Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for January 5th until the 11th. I went ahead and did a scrying session for you to start, so I've got a couple notes to share. If this doesn't interest you, feel free to skip ahead to the tarot and oracle portion of the reading, or there are always so many other fantastic tarot readers out there, so no harm, no foul. All right, we're going to dive right in. The first thing I was seeing for you, Sagittarius, was a person standing there holding their hand out like they were asking for something. So I'm wondering, do you want or need something, or does someone else want or need something? What's missing? Next up, I was seeing a dense forest. The forest can represent the unknown, the unconscious, the spiritual world, can talk about journey and exploration, as well as freedom. The next message was a diamond shape I was seeing. It was partially obscured or partially hidden. So this can represent having a higher understanding, like the diamond itself. It can talk about the magic of the four elements, inner focus, a journey toward enlightenment, purity, balance. And it also talks about this polarity of balance between the yin and the yang energy, balancing of the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy within ourselves. Next up, I was seeing the northern lights. The northern lights are usually very much associated with spirits and ancestors, and it can be an encouragement to return to a state of mind that is open to learning, having a more open mind, a more curious mind. Next up, I was seeing something hidden under a pink cloth. The way the perspective was, it was hard to tell if it was a tablecloth, like draped over a table for like a date night, or if it was just something hidden underneath this cloth. So the color pink represents romance, femininity, love, nurturing, and compassion. So I'm wondering if this could be kind of referring to maybe our femininity, the feminine energy being maybe out of balance in some way, potentially. Well, we'll dive into the reading and we'll find out. But my last message I was getting for you was a thistle plant. When I looked this up in my magical plant book, it was saying that the thistle helps deepen spiritual connection. It invites spiritual helpers, and it helps with healing and providing protection. So I found that really interesting. But we're going to dive into the oracle next with my Shaman Oracle starting first. Just get a better idea of what's happening for you, Sagittarius. Now, if you are curious about your reading for the full month and the full year, I do have those readings out as well for the full month of January and the year of 2025 if you want to check those out. Now, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really does help the channel grow, so I do really appreciate your support and love. So thank you for being here. All right, we'll pull one more from the oracle and then we'll get right into the tarot. Just shuffling my quantum oracle. This is from my herbiary deck as well. Okay. All right, we've got some interesting things popping up. I will say in the channeled messages, it seems like Spirit is very much trying to get your attention. So you might find it might be a good time to be getting in contact with your angel spirits, guides, ancestors, things like that, because I really feel like they got something to tell you, something to share with you. They might be trying to nudge you in the right direction, try and get you on the correct path for yourself, for your highest good. That's kind of what I'm getting, just overall speaking here. That seems to be the vibe. But we're going to find out. All right. Let's pull some tarot here. Okay, we are ready to dive in. Now, for the Manga Tarot that I've just pulled, we are going to be clarifying these guys with the Shadowscapes Tarot. So I'll be kind of shuffling as we go, as we kind of get into the reading for you for the week of the 5th until the 11th Sagittarius. All right, so you are getting the Hunter of Abundance in the Shaman Oracle. I really like to see this. I can see you standing over this. Basically, you won the hunt, so to speak. You're standing over your trophy, your win, and you're looking off into where you're going next. I like this. Now, for the Herbiary Oracle, we are getting the Stinging Nettle. I've seen this for a number of signs already. It's a very Spirit is trying to get a lot of people's attention, and I feel like you are very much on that list right now, Sagittarius. So the stinging nettle, it is a plant that does in fact actually sting and cause pain if you grab it or brush up against it accidentally. I like the eye in the middle here talking about intuition. I feel like this is telling you to pay attention to signs, synchronicities, omens, as there is the number 144 on the bottom, talking about balance. This could be an angel number for you to look into at this time. The number 4 could hold some significance for you. Now, the inside here, it looks like a spiral a little bit. The spiral talks about the spirit and the spirit's journey. The spirit's journey is not straight, it's twisty, turny, windy, and ever moving forward. But the center also kind of looks like a fingerprint. So I feel like there's something individual, something personal in your situation. There's things within yourself or within your situation that you are going to need to do some inventory on. Spirit is very much trying to get your attention. Pay attention. Take a look around. What's stinging you right now? Now, for the Quantum Oracle, you are getting the energy of planning and action. I like this. I really like this. This planning and action, really feel like your guides, your spirits, your angels, ancestors, things like that are really wanting to make a plan with you, wanting to get you going on your path. Because I see this path and it leads to a castle. It doesn't lead to a shack, it leads to a castle. Get your compass, get your maps out. Let's go, baby. All right. So we're going to start off the reading here with the tarot. Let's see where you're at. You are starting off strong with the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. The Knight of Wands is talking about your path ahead being clear for action. You're being encouraged to charge forward at this time. I like this fiery action, especially with this planning and action. If you're going to take action, make sure you got a plan. Figure it out. What are you after? Where are you going? All right. Now this moves you into the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting. The Knight of Pentacles talks about this slow, steady movement, as this knight is the only knight that doesn't appear to be moving in the tarot. Now, the Knight of Pentacles also talks about planting seeds. I'm curious what these seeds are for you. What are you planting? What are you looking for? Maybe the hand being held out asking for something is you're asking for a seed that you can plant, asking for a seed from Spirit. Maybe potentially for some of you guys, but this moves you into the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords talks about a never-ending nightmare. There's something that's causing you to ruminate over it. I'm not sure what this is for you. Let me know if you know. But the Nine of Swords, it's like something is causing us a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, but it's like it's not painful enough, or it's not causing enough discomfort that you have been able to walk away from it. I feel like this is very much the stinging nettle that Spirit is trying to get your attention about. So we're going to dive into the Shadowscapes Tarot, and we're going to pull some cards and clarify for you, Sagittarius. Once again, from the 5th until the 11th. Spirit, what is the Knight of Wands? Ooh, it's being confirmed by the Six of Wands. Whatever path you're choosing, it's going to lead you to victory. It's going to lead you to stand at the top of a mountain here. One more, Spirit. And the Six of Pentacles showing up. 2 sixes is a wish fulfillment. Boom. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Sorry, we didn't make it very far, and I'm like, okay, let's just stop right here. 2 sixes talks about wish fulfillment. 6 is a number of balance. It talks about balance within polarities like fire and water, right? It talks about union, alignment, and it's harmonious, right? So this looks amazing. Looks like right at the start of the week, you're killing it here with the Hunter of Abundance. Now, I do want to point out though, the Six of Pentacles, it talks about discernment. This individual, they're playing their horn, trumpet, I don't know. They're playing this instrument as if they're using this song to guide the coins to where they need to go. It's like this discernment, this knowing of, where am I putting my energy? Am I putting it in places that deserve it? That kind of thing. So I think that's something you really need to pay attention to as well, making sure that your energy is going where it needs to go, that you're not wasting it on things or people, situations that don't require it, that don't deserve it, that don't need it, right? Even if someone is coming to you with their hand out asking for something, practice this discernment, okay? Make sure you're giving to people who deserve it. Now, moving into the Knight of Pentacles. Spirit, what is the Knight of Pentacles for Sagittarius? Oh, whoa, okay. Hey, the Tower. Okay, so the Tower is talking about release and control. It's a reality check and it's a change. So kind of what I'm getting from this is because it's release and control, I feel like that's very much what's being highlighted here, because I think something was going on, and I take this how it resonates, but I feel like for some of you guys, there's something Spirit was wanting or needing or asking of you that you were not doing. So that could be a case causing this Tower moment. However, in other cases, I'm kind of getting this vibe of, because this is release and control, I feel like this Knight of Pentacles, this slow, steady movement, and this idea of planting a seed here. Planting a seed, when we plant the seed, we release control. We can't control if that plant is going to blossom, if it's going to bloom or sprout. We can't control it. We can put our energy into it for sure, but we don't know the outcome. We don't know how it's going to grow, how healthy it'll be, but we can put love into it, right? So I feel like that's what's being called for here, is once you plant your seed, trusting that it'll do what it needs to do. Even if we don't know this for certain, when we plant that seed, we're releasing control over it. We'll take one more, Spirit. Yeah, that's going to lead you into the world here. This release and control, planting your seeds and just letting it go, trusting here is what's called for, because it brings you to the world where this talks about this knowing, this deep knowing that you are wonderful and you're full of unlimited potential, just like the seed you planted. You are the seed. You're the star seed, I wanted to say. But it's like you know your worth. You know that you have unlimited potential, just as the seed you planted did. The world itself is abundant. You are abundant, and you're lucky to be in it. You're happy to be in it. It's freedom, wholeness, attainment. This is stunning here, Sagittarius. I really like this. Now, this moves you into the Nine of Swords. This is interesting. I'm wondering, I'm just going to shuffle because I made a mess here. I've made a big old mess of my Shadowscapes Tarot. So I'm going to shuffle them one more time, and we're going to clarify this Nine of Swords, because there's something you're ruminating over. And I feel like it doesn't really fit, because, I mean, the rest of this, the first 2/3 of the week looks fantastic. So what is this that you're ruminating over? Spirit, what is the Nine of Swords? It's confirmed by the moon. You're currently going through a lot of changes, and you're in this in-between phase of, I don't love what I used to love, but I don't know what I love now. You're Hecate right now, in between worlds. We'll take one more, Spirit. It's this evolution, right? And it can be a little scary, right? Us ruminating over what are these, wrong card. What are these changes going to bring? Where is it taking me? Where am I going? But my dear, you have got to be the light in the darkness. And I really feel like calling out to your guides, your spirits, paying attention, right? Making a plan and taking action, even if we don't know the outcome. Sometimes that's really beautiful when we don't know, because that's the world, right? The world is unlimited potential. It's potential. It's not actualized at this time. It's potential, right? Now, this moves you into the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's this feeling of emotional overwhelm here. Towards the end of the week, you're kind of trying to work through it. And I feel like this is what Spirit has been telling you, has been stinging you. You need to pay attention to this rumination energy, because this isn't serving you, right? Like Sagittarius, you don't got to worry about it. You got to trust. Yeah, and you're working past the ways in which you restrict yourself with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords talking about a self-imposed restriction. We'll take one more. Ooh, there we go. So it looks like the first 2/3 of the week, things are going really smoothly, and then it's like maybe it was the Tower potentially, the kind of Spirit just being like, no, we need to do this. This focusing on what we're obsessing over, what we're ruminating over. We're working through it. We don't know where we're going, but we're deep diving. This is a lot of shadow work is kind of what I'm getting here. And yeah, you're going to look at how you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, how you feel like you have too much on your plate. And this is allowing you to heal this energy. You're seeing the ways in which your negative self-talk and these thoughts kind of cut at you over and over. You're seeing the ways in which these stories that we tell ourselves, you're seeing how it causes you harm, how it stops you dead in your tracks. But this leads you into the Page of Cups, where it's a more lucky, happy time. It feels more like there's more opportunity, like there's good news coming in for you at this time. There's like a wish fulfillment here coming in. And that's twice now. I have been talking about wish fulfillment with our 2 6s at the start of the week. We've even got the Hunter of Abundance to confirm that. And then the Page of Cups talking about wish fulfillment. So we're just going to do a super quick rundown here with our channeled messages and kind of recap for you. But the person there standing, holding their hand out, I feel like this works with the Six of Pentacles here, discernment. Make sure you are giving to those who need it. Do not give to those who do not need or deserve it. That's going to be important. And also paying attention to what you are missing. What are you missing? Because you're the most important person in this reading, Sagittarius. Now, the dense forest, you're diving into the unknown. You're diving into the things that cause you pain, that sting you, the unconscious ways you step in your own way. You restrict yourself, right? And this balance you're obtaining with the diamond, this balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The northern lights showing up, this guidance from Spirit to pay attention, to make a plan and take an action on your path. It's going to lead you to good places, right? And this balance further with the pink tablecloth and the thistle, talking about deepening your spiritual connection. Get in touch with your guides, I implore you. It really looks like they are trying to get your attention And it feels very personal, like this is really going to help you on your path to discover the beauty and the potential within yourself and the world around you. But I think I'm going to leave it here, Sagittarius. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think you're going to have a blessed week. Take care now.